2A. Listening and speaking. A. Discuss. Do you know any famous scientists? A scientist is someone who works in science. What are they famous for? Well, one scientist is Albert Einstein. He was a physicist. A physicist is someone who works in physics. He developed the theory of relativity. This theory is one of the two pillars in today's modern physics. This man is also responsible for the development of the nuclear missiles, one of the deadliest weapons today. What do you know or can you guess about the scientist on the right? These three scientists. What do you know about them? If you don't know them, what can you guess? To be honest, I have never seen them before. I don't know what to guess, so I will just skip this and move on to the listening part. Now you are going to hear a radio presenter talking about three important scientists. Listen and compare the information given with your answers in the previous activity. Now listen.
Welcome to the show. Today we are going to talk about three famous scientists and how they have changed the world. With me here in the studio is John Maxwell, who is going to tell us more about the topic.
Good evening.
So John, tell us, who are we going to talk about today?
First comes Alexander Fleming. He was born on the 6th of August 1881.
In Scotland, right?
That's right. He was an extremely good student, but also very poor. However, at the age of 20, he inherited some money from an uncle. His older brother Tom, who was a doctor, encouraged him to follow the same career.
What happened next?
Well, he became an excellent surgeon, and in the First World War, he worked in a hospital in France healing wounded people. When he returned home, he discovered something that would change medicine.
Penicillin.
Exactly. The world's first antibiotic, which has saved and is still saving millions of people around the world. In 1945, he received the Nobel Prize in Medicine, along with two other scientists.
Right. Let's move on to Louis Pasteur.
Of course. Louis Pasteur was born in France on the 27th of December 1822. He studied mathematical sciences and was a professor of physics and chemistry at the University of Strasbourg.
Now, Pasteur discovered many things during his lifetime. What do you think is the most important contribution?
If I had to choose, I'd say his work on pasteurizing milk.
Can you explain this process to our listeners?
Of course. Pasteur showed how germs can spoil food like milk. So he invented a simple way to kill those germs. One way to do that was to heat milk in order to kill the bacteria.
A great scientist. Who is next?
Wilhelm Röntgen, the German physicist. He was born on the 27th of March, 1845. He studied in Zurich as a mechanical engineer.
What was his most important work?
This extraordinary man is responsible for a form of radiation called X-rays.
An amazing step in medicine.
Yes. Actually, the very first X-ray was that of his wife's hand.
It must have been an amazing experience.
Indeed. Röntgen received a Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901 and gave the money from the prize to the university. He died in 1923, leaving behind an achievement that we still use today.
Well, we've had a look at three different, very important scientists and their greatest achievements. I think we can all agree that their work changed the world forever.
Okay, C. Listen again and complete the sentences. Write F for Fleming, P for Pasteur, and R for Röntgen. If you are wondering why this letter looks like this, that's because this is a German name, not English. This is why it looks like this. It is pronounced as Röntgen. Röntgen. 1. Who was born in France? Is it Fleming, Pasteur, or Röntgen? Who had a brother who was a doctor? Who studied maths? Physics. Physics is the science that studies physical objects and natural forces. And chemistry. Chemistry is the science that studies substances and the way they react when they are combined together. Who came from a poor family? Who discovered? When you discover, you find something for the first time. The world's first antibiotic. Antibiotic is a drug that kills bacteria. Who was born in 1845? Who was awarded, who was given a Nobel Prize in Physics? Now, only continue watching this video if you've finished writing these letters here. Now I will show you the listening transcript and we will show you also the answers. Read with me. Welcome to the show. Today we are going to talk about 3 famous scientists and how they have changed the world. They made the world a better place. With me here in the studio, I have John Maxwell, who is going to tell us more about the topic. Good evening. So John, tell us, who are we going to talk about today? First comes Alexander Fleming. He was born on the 6th of August, 1881. This is how you read this. He was born on the 6th of August, 1881. In Scotland, right? Yes, that's right. He was an extremely good student, very good student, but also very poor, didn't have much money. Who came from a poor family? This man, Alexander Fleming. We put F. However, at the age of 20, he inherited some money. When you inherit money, that means one of your relatives, maybe a brother, a father, or an uncle died, and then you take his or her belongings. He inherited some money from an uncle. His older brother, Tom, who was a doctor, encouraged him. When you encourage, you motivate somebody to follow the same career. His brother wanted him to become a doctor also. The same career, the same job, the same life. So Fleming was the one who had a brother who was a doctor. What happened next? Well, he became an excellent surgeon. Surgeon is a doctor who cuts patients to help them, to heal them. And in the First World War, he worked in a hospital in France, healing wounded. When you heal somebody, you make them not sick, not wounded. Wounded, injured. Injured people. When he returned home, he discovered something that would change medicine forever. Medicine, the way sick people are treated. Penicillin, right? Yes, exactly. Penicillin, the world's first antibiotic, which has helped people stay alive, and still saving today millions of people. Who hasn't taken an antibiotic before? All of us use these drugs around the world. He is the one who discovered the world's first antibiotic. That's Fleming. In 1945, he got the Nobel Prize in Medicine, along with also 2 other scientists. Right. Let's move on. Right means okay. Let's move on. Let's continue to Louis Pasteur. This is a French name, not English. Of course, Louis Pasteur was born in France on the 27th of December, 1822. So Louis Pasteur is the one who was born in France. He studied mathematical sciences and was a professor of physics and chemistry at the University of Strasbourg. Strasbourg is the name of this university. So who studied maths, physics and chemistry? This man, Louis Pasteur. Now Pasteur discovered many things during his lifetime. In his whole life, he discovered many things. What do you think is the most important contribution, the most important achievement or thing that he has done? If I had to choose, I'd say his work on pasteurizing milk. Pasteurizing means when you heat up the milk to kill the bacteria. Can you explain this process? Can you explain how pasteurizing is done to our listeners? Of course, Pasteur showed how germs, very small living things that can make you ill, can spoil food, can ruin food, like milk. So he created for the first time a simple way, an easy way to kill those germs. One way to do that was to heat milk in order to kill the bacteria. In order for this to happen, for bacteria to be killed, you need to heat the milk. A great scientist. Who is next? Wilhelm Röntgen. This sounds like the. Why? This is a German name, not an English name. Wilhelm Röntgen, the German physicist. He works in physics. He was born on the 27th of March 1845. So Röntgen is the one who was born in 1845. He studied in Zurich. Zurich is a city in Switzerland as a mechanical engineer. Mechanical engineer is someone who designs machines. What was his most important work? This extraordinary man, extraordinary, above normal, is responsible, is the reason for a form of radiation, kind of radiation, a form of energy called X-rays. An amazing step in medicine, an amazing achievement. When you walk, these are steps. An amazing step in medicine means amazing achievement. Yes, actually, the first X-ray was that of his wife's hand. The first X-ray he did was on his wife's hand. It must have been an amazing experience, something amazing that you go through. Indeed, that is true. What he did was amazing. Röntgen received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901 and gave the money from the prize to the university. So he was the one who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics. He died in 1923, leaving behind an achievement. Achievement is a great thing that you do in life that we still use today. Well, we've had a look at 3 different, very important scientists and their greatest achievements. I think we can all agree. When you agree, you share the same opinion. We agree that their work changed the world forever, till the end of time. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I'll see you again next time, inshallah. Goodbye.